class range का solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
For the latest match day of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by NSA.
Tails is a call?
Tails.
Tails it is.
Ball first.
What are you going to be doing and why?
Well, ball first, especially looking at the wicket and the conditions, overhead conditions. Bowling first is a good option here. Just as a team, as a unit, we want to restrict them as low as possible and utilize this condition.
Listen, I'm not going to talk to you about the struggles that you have. What I want to know is how are you going to get out of this in terms of the atmosphere in your team, and are you doing any team bonding tomorrow on your day off?
Yeah, absolutely, we'll do some team bonding tomorrow. But I think as a team, we are very positive. The message to the team is very positive that enjoy the game, and every day is a new day.
Game across 3 days. Yeah, it's a big ask, especially for a team that has struggled to win. You have to really inspire yourself each time. A very good morning to Sridhar and Sriram, who's just done the pitch report. He's doing the hard yards this morning. Sri, how's it been?
Good morning, Mikhail. Yeah, terrific day awaits us. The Sunday, it's a working day in Kathmandu. Saturday is the holiday in Kathmandu, so if you're wondering, people have not yet come in, it's because it's a working day. All set for the first ball. A good start from Raman Simmons. Very, very important game from Lumbini Lions' point of view. They've got to strike early. They've got some reinforcements that have come in, and look at the pitch for today. Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a slight moisture in the wicket, Mikhail. And it's no different to what it's played before. This is pitch number 2. The bowls are played. The ball back a lot. He's going across the right-hander. Is Raman Simmons predominantly gets movement away. So you've got to set yourself to hit mid-off, extra cover.
Much better. Hold your pose. Ask the shake for the photographers, because that's a beautiful strike. That's a Siddharth Bank maximum. What a way to end over number 3. It's 15 for no loss.
विश्वसनीय अनि वित्तीय सेवाको अर्को परिभाषा रिलायन्स फाइनान्स लिमिटेड.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी Red Bull, असली नै रोजौ.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Quality shot. And now Arjun South standing up for Durgesh Gupta over number 4. That's one more lovely strike. Don't bother running. That's out of here as well. Anil Saad dishing out a beautiful hit over long off. That's another Siddharth Bank maximum.
Now the difference between what they were doing early and what they're doing now is hitting more through the line. both these left-arm seamers are not getting movement inside into the right-hander. Doing a cross, and that's a good place to hit if you're using the angle rather than fighting the angle. Anil Kumar Saha was earlier trying to hoik the ball into the leg side, but this swing is a lot better. Through the line into the side screen. Lovely shot from Anil Kumar Saha.
Yeah, straight to the field. Looks a good surface. You play through the line, you get value for your shots in the middle.
Definitely. Once it dries out, it will become an even better surface to bat on. The new ball, the hard new ball with a pronounced seam, had some movement early. Now we're into the fourth over. This change in angle as well from Durgesh Gupta is coming round the wicket, which means he generally wants to cramp that swing. His line's going to be a lot straighter.
Yeah, you've got to bowl in the width of the stumps, back of the length. Just cramp the batter, not offer much room as a bowling unit. You won the toss, you'd want to take those wickets.
They had a chance put down. That was very unfortunate. Look at that for a swing. Yeah, the angle gave him the width to free his arms. But now Durgesh switched back over the wicket. They're in search of their first wicket. They've not been able to break through the Lumbini lines.
Yeah, drifting down leg side. There's protection in the deep. They'll get a single. These days we see a lot of trigger movement, Shri. Could you add more perspective for a batter who just moves a bit in the crease to ready himself to create a solid base?
Not a bad thing to do. You usually move early so that you get some sort of momentum. You don't want to be still and reacting to what's coming at you. You want to get some sort of momentum early so that you're ready. It's just a cue to your brain saying that you're ready to face that delivery. And different people have different trigger movements, and we can talk about that later on. But why someone does the trigger, as we see another boundary. The keeper up to the stumps this time. Durgesh Gupta going short. It was an inside edge. It's another super 4 powered by Ensel. Yeah, it was a bit of a top edge, and the keeper had no chance. Standing up to the stumps, you've got no chance to catch that. You'd rather be standing back. At least that was an opportunity. If he had been standing back, there's a bit of a lack of communication between the bowler and the keeper. 26 for no loss. What should have been 26 for 2. They're into the last ball of the fourth over.
No half measures here. Down the leg side, helping it for a 4. This is turning out to be a costly over. 15 runs in over number 4. Janakpur bowls are up and running, 30 for no loss.
विदेश घुमघामको फन एन्सेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन् बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु डाउनलोड एन्सेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल DHI happier home today sahi
Balls are 30 for no loss in the first 4, and for the first time in this match we'll be seeing spin from the far end. It's going to be Abhishesh against two very experienced batters in the middle. Left arm orthodox. So many left arm spinners in this part of the world, Shri.
He's making his NPL debut today, Abhishesh Gautam. All the best, young man. Looks a confident young man on screen. And he's replacing Dinesh Adhikari, who was a medium-pace bowler. So looking forward to see the young man in action, bowling in power play, never easy.
This is high. There's a fielder position just for that, but he'll turn spectator. He's got plenty of willow on that one, Anil Saha. He's taking his chances, and the balls are accumulating the Siddharth Bank sixes with consummate ease in the middle.
That's six number 158. And the second six for Anil Kumar Shah. It's not that bad a delivery from the young left-arm spinner. The short side of the ground. And Anil Kumar Shah has targeted that short side really well. That's good, smart batting. But the youngster should not be overawed. Good comeback. I like that from Abhishek Gautam. Good maturity. He's bowling to a senior pro who's taken him on the first ball, but he's shown good ability to come back. Abhishek Gautam, I like him. Good action.
Yeah, just following the batter, but that's a very good strike. That's another six for Anil Kumar Shah. His third, bowled fourth, and this over is turning out to be a six-hitting fest at the moment. Baptism by fire here for the youngster Abhishek.
Yeah, that's inexperience. Anil Kumar Shah playing around with the mind of the bowler. He's backing away so that he wants the bowler to follow him, and then he can open up that big leg, small leg side boundary. Abhishek Gautam falling to the bait. That's good batting from Anil Kumar Shah, but the youngster should not get unfazed by what his senior pro is doing. 42 for no loss.
He did get a wonderful 50 against the Yaks and missed out with the Avengers, but today it's looking so good. 25 of 18 out of 42. This partnership just growing in confidence. The feel for Abhishek. He's been under the cosh very early. 12 runs off his first three deliveries, but comebacks are a necessity in any sport. We've seen that with so many spinners in this tournament. Hit for a six and they've come back to take a wicket. Much better, slow through the air, giving it some flight, inviting the batter into the shot.
Don't get fooled by his analysis. 12 or 4 balls, he's a good bowler. Abhishek Gautam, that's beautifully bowled. That was slow, a bit of turn. Yeah, Shah knows probably that he's a good bowler. He's attacking him early. That is again beautifully bowled. Bice, nothing going right for the Lions. The old problems come to haunt them again. That was exceptionally well bowled, but the keeper was not able to collect it. Extras coming into play. Look at that for flight. And we've rarely seen a left-arm spinner spin it so much and beat the outside. That's very, very good bowling from the young man. But the old problems continuing to haunt the Lions.
Too good a delivery not to fetch a wicket there. He's bowled well. Early days for him. This one with the arm. He's come back well. He's been a little unlucky, but he's been up against two very fine batters in the middle. A wonderful contest loading here. We're done with over number 5. It's 47 for no loss.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश DHI
श्वास जित्न सफल उत्कृष्ट डाक्टरहरू अत्याधुनिक प्रविधि हेलिप्याड सहितको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको स्वास्थ्य सेवा Hams Hospital Himsta for a complete home.
What a flying start from the joint top of the table. Janakpur Bolts, two of Nepal's best batters, putting on an absolute show in very tricky early morning conditions. Irsad bin Safar. He's going to come into the attack. And ex-Canadian captain, as captain as recently as this year, he is someone that I think the Lumbini Lions need a lot more from. He's a highly experienced campaigner, good bowler, good batter. It's a good diving stop, will keep it to a single. As I wish a good morning to HT Ackerman, he's not been at his best thus far for the Lions.
No, all the bowlers have struggled really. I do think they were a little bit unlucky in that opening over from Simmons. There was an outside edge that was put down and then an inside edge that shaved the off stump and ran away for 4. Things could have been a little bit different, but he has an opportunity. Who wants it? Take it. He has offered more. He's given them their first.
Just as we were discussing it, he stood up for the Lions. Trick for Asif here is he's trying to come across the ball, looking for the slog sweep into the larger side, and it just comes straight off the top edge. Maybe just a hint of turn. And although it went a long way up, Bibek Yadav makes the catch look awfully easy. Asif Sheikh sparkled briefly, but he has to go for 16. It's 48 for 1. Someone who's having a very good tournament, Lihiru Malantha. He's actually been holding on to the gloves as well, ahead of the 2 national team keepers, Anil Sa and Asif Sheikh. And I think he's loving every second here in Nepal from what we can gather. The man from Sri Lanka, who now plies his trade in the United States of America. Many American fans will be wondering, why can't he get a go on the national team? Stylish player, very, very fine ball striker. He's had a good start to the tournament. Sad bin Safar will have played quite a lot of minor league cricket with him. These two will know each other well. He's hiding it away. The key here is the short side, isn't it, for the left-hander? Let's get another look at the wicket.
You heard the captains at the toss say that the early morning surface here just holds a little bit while there's some moisture in it. Now there's some bounce.
Yeah, you can just see that Sheikh has not really got on top of that little bit of bounce and turn. Good catch, well judged, Bibek Yadav. Good couple of days for him. Big hit. Well, maybe one of the biggest we can remember, gone miles, because that's the larger side and put down in the crowd. 50's up inside the power play. Anil Sa in great nick. It's 55 for 1.
Star for a complete home.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
It's the end of the power play. 5 fielders now allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Some relief for Rohit Kumar Paidal, the captain of the Lions, as Durganath Subedi with the umpire cam on his wide brim hat.
Ball coming right arm over the wicket.
Signals the end of the power play. Interesting call, this Bibek Yadav, who has been very, very expensive. In fact, he's the very top of the economy rate charts thus far, going at 14 runs per over. He's batted brilliantly. Actually, the chat with Monty Desai last night about this young man. No, he's a bits and pieces bowler, but I see him as such a good ball striker. I'd love to see him in the national T20 team as a batter and a batter alone. The reason why, HD, the national team has so many bowling options. They almost have too many. Kushal Malik can bowl left arm spin. Kushal Bertel has a magnificent strike rate. We've seen Rohit Paudal's off breaks. They don't need him to bowl if he's in the T20 side. Maybe he can show, although he starts with the wide here, that he is a good bowling option too.
This was absolutely clattered. Brave, just lost a wicket and then taking on the long side. But when you're in form and you're confident, why not? Talk about all those bowlers. If I'm not mistaken, is it the Avengers who always end up bowling 7, 8?
Nepal just last month set an equaling world record, would you believe? In the best part of 5,000 one-day internationals now in the history of the game, they joined an exclusive list of teams that have bowled 9 bowlers in an ODI. Quite remarkable. I think it was only done 8 times. That was the 8th time in history. It's a great thing to have flexibility and have options and have bowlers who can bat. I think the only one who didn't bowl was Anil Shah. Now, ironically, he had bowled in a couple of warm-up games. Bowls little off breaks too. Chance. I think he's going to be home. Fielders aren't overly interested, and the umpire isn't going to send it up either. So Anil Shah must have safely got there.
We always just hold our breath when there's a direct hit. But he is safely home. Yeah, I must admit, I've always been a believer when selecting a team is I don't believe bits and I don't mean disrespect in any way to a player for this, but I don't believe bits and pieces players win you the game. In other words, someone who can bowl a little bit and someone who can bat a little bit. I think you've got to have a specialist skill. In other words, I make this team as a batter and maybe I can bowl a little bit, which helps you. Or I make this team as a bowler, and the fact that I can bat a little bit is a bonus. But to have someone that just bowls a little bit, bats a little bit, I don't think they win you matches. The other thing about having so many bowling options is that the responsibility factor. Someone else will do it rather than I will do it.
Yeah, fully agree with the point, but I'd also counter it in terms of, I think if you go in with 5 out-and-out bowlers and don't have that flexibility for 6, particularly a 6, forget about a 7th option, but particularly a 6th option. We saw that cost the Lions earlier in that chase of 190. We were all calling out for Rohit Paudal to bowl an over or 2 so that he didn't have to go to Bibek Yadav for that 4th and final. I think you need to have, in the modern game, it's rare that one of the 5 bowlers doesn't kind of get taken apart or get taken a liking to or have an off day. You need to have that 6th option if you can. Ideally, a 7th is a luxury. Top edge, now straight up, but I think it's going to land safely. Anil Shah has had a few little moments of fortune and kind of just sums up the Lions tournament. They can't get those little things to go their way.
Yeah, these things happen when you're struggling as a unit. It just doesn't go to hand. I'm by no means suggesting that you only pick 5 bowlers. But if you look at the great all-rounders, when you think of the likes of the Ben Stokes, the Jacques Kallis of the world, the Richard Hadleys, the Sobers, I mean, the Bothams, one of their skills, they're the best of that. Into the 7th, 60 for 1.
Yoko solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
तर यो सिद्धि दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले सिद्धि दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
run scorers chart there. See Janakpur Bolts right up at the top of it. It is Rohit Paudel. It is the sixth bowler now into the attack. I thought he was the pick of the bowlers yesterday. I think it was 4 overs, 1 for 22. And with the left-hander at the crease, definitely a good option. The only problem is it's the shorter side. It's a 57-metre leg side boundary. That's going to make it tricky, isn't it, for Paudel bowling to the left-hander?
Yeah, but I do think that's why he's brought himself on. I think he's hooked Zafar because he's worried about that the left arm spinner bowling to Malanta to that short boundary.
A handy option with the ball, always gives it a tweak, gives it some turn, and then I suppose when he's bowling to the right-hander, he's got all that protection of the larger side.
I just hope, as you mentioned, Zafar is the wicket taker, and he is one of the most experienced players within the side. I hope they don't go to that old match-up story and don't bowl him at all.
Now, you mentioned HD in the pre-game show that this man's been in pretty good touch. This was his 62, coming off 42 against Karnali. He's got a wonderful personal story. He really does. The sacrifice his family has made to allow him to chase his dreams through his mid-20s, to get back into the international reckoning is quite something. That one angles down. That was 62 unbeaten earlier in the tournament, and he started well here. It's 66 for 1.
म त पैसा लिन्छु अनि पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम वेलकम टु आइएमए पे वालेट आइएमए पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#. Vivo. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
They've been really good. They've played 3, they've won 3. The Lions have been the polar opposite. Played 3, lost 3. That'll be a wide. That's 1.
Around the wicket, trying to angle that in and then just sort of shaped away. It's a big wide. If that is what he's going to try and do, it's rather dangerous with the short third inside the 30-yard circle and the backward point.
Same again. Otherwise, just in terms of assessing where we're at right now in this competition, HD, you would have to think that the Lions must win today. If they lose, are they gone? Maybe not mathematically.
Just such a big ask to say to your side, well, you've got 3 left and you've got to win all 3 and you've got to win them well.
We've also seen some interesting news overnight as they'll get back for the second, I think even a direct hit would have got him home, but we saw the Sudar Pashim Royals announce bolster to their squad. You see this often now, don't you, in franchise cricket? Replacement players come in. Mohan Mustafa, we believe, has gone home for some personal reasons, and in comes Dilpreet Bajwa, the Canadian. He either opens the batting or bats at 3, can do both roles, and he made a century in the GT20. I know you were out covering that there this year, and that was the only century of the tournament in some pretty tricky conditions. in Brampton, so they've bolstered their stocks and might hear of a player or two more coming into the mix. Is this where the franchises start to go, hold on, we've got to find a way to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, normally those are the teams that make the changes, so the ones that are struggling, but the Royals are right near the top. But yesterday they went in with just the 3 overseas players, so it's not a foregone conclusion that Dilpreet will arrive here and walk straight into the starting 11.
Absolutely isn't. I think he's got in, and he should be available for today, as a misfield is going to cost 4. Not too sure about this tactic here from Bibek. It's being exploited by Malantha.
With this sort of field, you expect your bowler to bowl around the wicket and attack the stumps to try and prevent the left-hander, or to not provide the left-hander with any room. But he's sort of shaping it away from the left-hander, and with the field of the backward point and the short third, there's too many areas here where boundaries can be found for Malantha.
Of all people, it's Tom Moore, who's highly experienced, who's provided the misfield costs at least 3, if not 4 runs. Other surprise for me, you've gone back to this discussion about matchups. No Surya Tamang yet. Now, no, in fact, Surya Tamang's been left out. Apologies. I thought he's bowled really well. That for me isn't necessarily the right call. He's had at least 2, if not 3, catches dropped off his bowling. I think if you look at his raw numbers, maybe not the strongest. Another misfield. Well, the wheels are coming off a touch here, and even Rohit Powdell, who's a little bit like MS Dhoni, he's usually captain cool, starting to get frustrated with his team.
It's the one thing that has stood out for me in the field since arriving here is the number of fumbles, and it's more often than not when someone goes at it with one hand. There they do go with 2, but I think they get in each other's way. But quite often, this is good running. This is lovely running. Good cricket. Very aware that is the long side of the ground. And so just a little nudge away on the leg side, and they set off.
And up at this altitude, Malantha breathing some heavy breaths. About 1,450 metres up we are here, above sea level, even in the base of the Kathmandu Valley. But it's perfectly weighted, you're spot on. And look at the anger with which, I think it's Durgesh Gupta throws this, because he'd just been given a bit of a talking to by his captain for not allowing him to do the fielding. There's definitely been some continued miscommunication among some of the teams. I'm going to think of 2 more here, but Malantha is happy just to keep the strike. It's not the greatest over. 14 have come from it. Bolt's in full control. 80 for 1.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ।
Again, it won't be mathematically certain of a top 4 finish, but all but guaranteed a playoff spot if they win today. They'll have played 4, they'll have won 4, they'll be the first team to get to 8 points. Particularly with a good net run rate. It's Powdell, just a wonderful piece of fielding off his own bowling. They're not going to run the second. That's good spirit of cricket from the Hiru Malantha, because it's deflected off his bat.
Amazing that players choose not to run in that occasion, but if that ball goes to the boundary, it's 5. You would wonder if that's something that needs to be looked at. It costs someone a World Cup.
I was just about to say, we don't have any Kiwi voices up here in the commentary box, but if my old pal Scott Starris was here, he would remind you that it didn't cost them the World Cup. They didn't lose the World Cup, they tied it. I always ask him, well, why didn't they lift the trophy at the end of it then? That was truly maybe the most remarkable day of cricket.
And hard to believe that at the same time that remarkable game was going on, that arguably one of the great Wimbledon tennis finals of all time between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal was going on. I was a gibbering mess with my remote control.
It was a remarkable day. I'm sure people won't care too much. I was actually commentating that day on Ireland versus Zimbabwe up in Breedy in the northwest of Ireland. Whilst doing the post-match presentation, the Super Over was going on. Nobody was watching that and everyone was roaring about who was winning the World Cup final. This is helped around the corner. Won't quite get to the rope. Good diving stop. Always going to be two there, so that's all he had to do. Gets a high five from his teammate.
So you didn't think that you were delivering one of the great post-match presentations of all time?
I can absolutely assure you that I wasn't. Remember, Gary Wilson, who can be surly at the best of times, he was captain at that point, and he was just like, will he get on with it, Lenny? Yeah, good diving stop there in the deep. That was Abhishek Gautam. Bowled his first over in the tournament there, went for 13, and there was 4 boys in that over too. It's another good partnership. Bolts really look to have every base covered.
With Nisham to come, they are extremely well placed. Halfway mark has been reached, and the Bolts, they keep moving along here. They're 87 for 1, and the players are going to have a drink.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Vivo.
Bond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Fresh. Freshness that bonds.
Insta for a complete home.
Vivo. Neocool solar water heaters. Water purifiers. Chimneys. The gas obstacle was your way of quality living.
Insta for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
The last one's got some moves there. Got some Jennifer fans in the house as well. Love the hot pink that they've got. She's having a fantastic time. 87 for 1 at the halfway stage. Lumbini Lions, well, it seems like the struggle continues with the ball. 6 bowlers used so far, and just the 1 wicket. It's Saad bin Zafar to have picked up the wicket of Asif up at the top. And the skipper's leading from the top. 44 off 34 for him. 1-4, 4 sixes. And Lahiru Milantha, no surprise that he's out there. 17 off 16. They have a really good batting side. They've got a really good bowling side. There's a reason why the Janakpur Bolts are sitting at the top of the table.
They look a well-oiled machine. Play everyone's role to perfection. Milantha, quite experienced cricketer. Looks so relaxed at the crease. And Anil Kumar Shah has looked apart. Good opening stand with Asif. 48 runs they put on. Then Milantha's come and controlled the middle. But familiar problems for the Lions. Still unable to get a wicket. Abhishek Gautam, good left-arm spinner. His figures doesn't suggest that how well he bowled. Look at the amount of spin that he's extracting. We saw that in the first over he bowled as well. He's got the ability to turn the ball. He's got the arm ball as well. Yeah, but good little bowler is Abhishek Gautam. Just feel we might be in for something special from this young kid in terms of wickets.
Yeah, none for 14 so far. Anil Kumar Shah, the skipper, on 44, staring down a half century. Tries the sweep. That's a beautiful looking Happy Dent smile. Sparkling smile, fan of the match today. Thanks to our partners, Happy Dent, swept across the line. And they'll pick up a single.
He looked genuinely happy there. Nice to see smiling faces.
I think everyone who's come out here has looked genuinely happy, even when their team is not necessarily doing the best.
Without doubt. The atmosphere has been such. The Festival of the Himalayas. They call it, and they call that for a reason. Just brings people together. Oh, terrifically bowling. Terrific piece of bowling again. Yeah, he's been one of those left-arm spinners who's extracted consistent amount of turn on the surface. Look at that good overspin. Milantha completely foxed. Look at that. That's pitched well outside off. It's almost hitting middle and leg.
Brings out the switch hit. Again, just too good. He's been targeting the right areas, Abhishek. Bringing in that economy rate as well after an expensive first over.
Bowling beautifully. He's got a nice action and lovely arc. And he spins the ball up and over in a traditional manner.
Dragged down a little, he gets away with it. It's going to be a dot. It's the end of the 11th, 90 for 1.
Tapay ko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozo.
DHI happier home. Today sa hai.
They can. The snow leopards are a beautiful animal, hard to find here in the mountains, elusive. They camouflage beautifully into their surrounding. It's a more quite incredible because it's a chilly morning. It might not look it on your screens, but it is a very chilly morning today, and people are braving the cold. Completely unbothered, just happy to be here.
Yeah, if anyone wants to know what a chilly morning looks like, just pan into Monali and you'll see her layered in with about 10 layers. And all the time she only talks about is how chill it's been here in Kathmandu.
Well done, finds the gap, and this should run away for 4. Fantastic looking shot from Milantha. And finally we get another boundary. 38 runs coming off the last 30 balls.
The Milantas look so much in control. He's such a calming influence for the team, batting at a very pivotal position, number 3. Look at how he's bisected that gap. Point and short third man. There's not a big gap, but he's bisected that to perfection. He's got a very calm head on his shoulders. That's well bowled again from Jora. Playing for some spin. It's a bit of panic, but it's all well that ends well.
That could have been a little bit of trouble there in the middle. Both batters, yes, no, eventually. As you said, all's well that ends well.
It was a bit full to be playing back, according to me. Milanta, talking about calmness, but also slightly lazy on that occasion with his footwork.
Oh, this has popped up. It's gone straight up in the air. And this is going to be the second wicket. The Lions finally starting to get some more wickets. And it's a big one. It's the skipper, Anil Kumar Saha, just 5 runs away from his half century. He's played so well thus far. It's the end of his innings, though.
Where has Sandeep Jora been so far? He's hardly bowled in the tournament. He looks apart. Good piece of bowling round the wicket across the right-hander. Playing across the line, Anil Kumar Saha. The leading edge. Comfortably taken at extra cover. The left-arm spin Abhishek Gautam and Sandeep Jora definitely look wicket-taking options through the middle. Anil Kumar Saha gone bowl.
Picturesque as ever here in Kathmandu. We've got the hills, we've got the rivers, and it's Harsh Thakur. It's had a decent Nepal Premier League so far. Poor batter. Turn again.
Another one of Mulali's boys who she cheers for, Canadian, Harsh Thakur. Good player, good cricketer. Look at that for spin. Oh, it's a bit of a swipe. Just a single.
Yeah, he is a Canadian, off the mark as well with that single. There's a pivotal role in the Canadian side. As we take a look at this wicket, it's a bottom edge, a little too early through that, and a really good catch in the end. Didn't need to move much.
Piece of bowling. It had a bit of flight, it had a bit of drift. The ball just went with the arm rather than spinning back, creating some doubts here. Jora, and it's a good passage of play for the Lions. Jora and left arm spinner bowling in partnership. 12 overs gone, 97 for 2.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs like बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
Thanks to our drone, we're able to get these incredible images of the scenery here. Coming to you live from the UT Cricket Stadium. where the ground staff have done a phenomenal job with the square and with the outfield. And all the organizers making sure everything around this venue is lined up and ready for the entertainment. We're going to go down to Andrew Leonard, who's got the coach of the Bolts, Pupadu Dasanaike.
Yes, many thanks, Manali. I do have Pupadu Dasanaike alongside me, who is at the most brilliant start to this tournament. Firstly, great to see you back in Nepal. It's a part of the world you love.
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy Nepal, and crowd is great, atmosphere is great, and a lot of credit for NPL, like, having this tournament. It's great atmosphere.
Tell me about, I suppose, the evolution of this squad for you, how it's come about, how you've kind of gone about picking your players, the draft process, and the overseas guys too.
Yeah, no, I think we had a good plan even before the draft, and I think we got the few best local players, and from there we worked out for the foreign players. I think right now I'm very happy. We have a very good balanced side, but it's still nothing. You cannot relax at any given time. It's a good start, but tournament is just.
Well, you've just picked up another wicket as well, coach. You're going to throw it upstairs.
This is going to be a big wicket. It's both set batters who are now back in the pavilion. Hiro Milantha, who was supposed to be there to anchor, has just been stumped of a really good delivery.
I can't speak highly enough of this left-arm spinner. Abhishesh Gautam, to me, he's the pick of all the left-arm spinners I've seen. Just because of his ability to spin the ball, he's beaten a good player like Lahiru Milantha in flight. 24 he's made. Lahiru Milantha, it's 99 for 3.
Janakpur Bowls, who were cruising at one moment, are now 99 for 3. It's Jimmy Neesham who walks out to the middle, strike rate of 200. And we know he can hit a long ball. Coming at a crucial time as well.
Coming left arm over.
2 new batters out in the middle.
That was center, yeah. Yeah, that's center.
We're going to go back down to Andrew Leonard, who's got Pupadu Dasanaike with him.
Yeah, sorry about that, Pupadu, just losing a wicket right in the middle of it. Jimmy Neesham to the crease, let me ask you about him. He must have had a big impact on your team.
Yeah, no, he's big actually, it's not only about batting and bowling. His experience is great. He's a great guy, sharing his experience and keep the group together. He's actually the game changer for us in the middle, where he can, take the game into any level.
What about this tournament as a whole so far? You've played 3, you've won 3, but you actually hadn't batted first until this morning. In a funny way, is it a good toss to lose for the tournament going forward for you? Test your batters in those difficult early conditions?
Yeah, I really don't mind to the bat first today. But just want to check the wicket and see how our batting order handles the morning sessions. So I'm happy how things goes, and even still the wicket is hard, and Anil and Asif gave us a great start, so cannot ask for better.
Well, Pupadu, we're going to have to love you and leave you because another wicket has fallen. Get back to your team. Thanks for talking to us.
Well, this seems to be a bit of a brain fade moment for the Bolts. They've just lost yet another wicket. It's Harsh Tucker this time. Tried to get it in the gap with the shot. He's just holed out to the fielder at point.
Yeah, where have they been? Jora and Abhishesh. I told you they're wicket-taking options in the middle overs, and that's exactly what they're proving to be. And this is really not the best of batting from Harsh Thakur. Not the best shot he would have played in his life. Gone for 1, and it's 100 for 4.
3 quick wickets, and the Bulls find themselves in slightly unfamiliar territory. We're going to see Kansarkar coming out to the middle. Again, it's a new batter out of the middle. We haven't seen much of this middle order, and they haven't had to come out because the top order has been very strong for the Bulls. Didn't get off the mark. But that run rate now takes a bit of a hit, doesn't it, Sriram?
Yeah, most definitely. Wickets are the best way to control the run rate, and terrific piece of bowling. Not the best shot Harsh Thakur would have played. Got himself into a tangle. No position to execute that reverse sweep. Comfortable catch. And Abhishek Gautam is turning this game on its head. 13 runs in his first over he conceded, but he's now 2 for 17. That's another one. Another one bites the dust. This is terrific bowling. Again deceiving a very experienced Jimmy Neesham in the air. He's got 2 left-handers. What a big moment in this game. And what a bowler we're seeing.
He's just picked up 3 wickets in this over, Abhishek. What a delivery this is. It spun, completely deceived Jimmy Neesham, and all that experience was no good here. The bails have come off excellent behind the stumps, and it's another one that bites the dust. Jimmy Neesham's gone for 1. It's 101 for 5 at the end of 13.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle buzeko sir. Your way of quality living.
DHI happier home today sa hai
Dominated every game they've played. And as we heard in the interview with Andrew Leonard and Pupudi Dasnaik, it's the first time that they're batting first, and that too in the morning game where the conditions are difficult with the bat. Could this be the day the Lions actually pick up a win?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they don't take advantage of the situation they are in here. They've really got the wickets that they needed. It's been an inspired selection to get Abhishek Gautam in. Sandeep Johra hadn't bowled a lot. And these two look a good, formidable pair. Look at him. We talk about left-handers being good matchups. Milantha, Thakur. And then the big wicket of Neesham. Who said left-arm spinners can't bowl to left-handers? Just ask Abhishek Gautam how easy it is. Milantha and Neesham, 2 big left-handed wickets. But it's been an inspired selection, I must say, Monali. He's turned the game on its head. But he's looked a very, very good bowler. That's all.
Yeah, he's on debut, which begs the question, why have the Lions not brought him on earlier? If he can bowl as well as he has today, he should have been playing from game number 1.
Can't agree with you more. Because what I'm seeing is something special. A left-arm spinner who can go up and over, can spin the ball. He's got a good action too. And Johra has been a good foil from the other end. He's more of a batter, Sandeep Johra, but he's more than handy off spin. And they're forming a good partnership through these middle overs. 95 for 1 they were at one stage. And suddenly they're 103 for 5. And there is a spring in the stride of the Lumbini Lions, who were just going through the motions.
Yeah, from 95 for 2 to 101 for 5. Pitched up. This is drilled down the ground. He does well. Slides, gets the foot out when he needs to. And a bit of a cheeky smile. Saves the boundary.
A good piece of fielding. They're actually 95 for 1. 95 was when the second wicket fell. And then now they're 105 for 5. 101 was when the fifth wicket fell. So absolute magical period of play for the Lumbini Lions, brought about by none other than Abhishek Gautam and the off-spinner Sandeep Jora. They needed wickets, and that's exactly what they've got.
Oh, this is coming. That has nipped back very sharply. He might have just been saved by the bounce.
Yeah, the wicket's playing its tricks now. It's created enough doubts in the head of the batter. Jora is getting one to slide on, one spinning sharply in. Yeah, it's not an easy time to bat for Kansakar. Shubh Kansakar batting in his first game.
Worked into the leg side, the called for 2. And they're lightning quick. Maybe needed a better throw. It's going to be 2 to end 14th. 107 for 5.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Coming left arm over to you.
But despite the wickets, he's a happy man. Janakpur Bulls have come out in numbers today. Their supporters want to try and see their team continue the winning streak. But it's Abhishek who's coming in for his final. Driven nicely. Pick up a single.
He's not been afraid to throw it up, Abhishek Gautam. And he's got the ability to spin the ball, which is a huge plus. Mohammad Mohsin will need to use all his experience. It's just the final over for Abhishek Sharma. Ubudu said, I don't mind batting first, but I wonder if he'll say the same now. Beautiful arm ball. You know that he can flight one, get the one to spin, but this one came in with the arm. That's a single finger arm ball that he bowls. Oh, he's got it all, Abhishek Gautam. Look at that, good release. Yeah, he's got the tricks.
They're not going to mind the singles, the Lions.
Look at that for release. That was the arm ball. The single finger. Look at the seam pointing towards fine leg. That's very, very good bowling from the young lad.
Gives it some air and it's miscued. Now 21 deliveries since the last boundary. Coming to a critical phase as well with the last 5 overs.
3 for 20. He gave 13 in his first over, went for 2 sixes from the blade of Anil Kumar Saab. But how well has he bounced back? Not afraid to throw it up to the left-hander. That's good bowling again. Yeah, 22 balls now without a boundary. Janakpur bowls. Yeah, this is not familiar territory for them. The middle order has been untested. Yeah, Fubudu would not mind this. Just a middle order getting a hit in the middle. Do they have the depth to get them to a good total?
Under edge again. It's now 15 gone, 110 for 5.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Himsta for a complete home. Can't wait, won't wait. Some feast dark fantasy.
A bit of a slide here for Janakpur bowls. First 6 overs they did well. The next 6 they lost 4 wickets for 50 odd runs. Surface is helping the spinners. That odd ball is turning a mile. And fair to say, I think the spinners from both ends are making an impact. HD Ackerman alongside me. Good morning, HD.
A bit of a slide. A bit of a slide. They've fallen in a heap here. Oh, good shout. Good shout and given. I thought the other one was close. But this is deemed even closer. And the skipper gets one. They're in trouble here, the Bolts.
The Bolts are sensing blood here. And this is a very good passage of play for them. The spinners have come and just changed things around. Rohit Paudel for the Lions here. And they're right on top of this game. 6 wickets back in the dugout. 95 for 1 at one stage. 110 for 6. The Lions have certainly been on the prowl this morning. It's 110 for 6. Mohsin departs for 3. Yeah, the Lions are sensing blood here. At that, it's been a collapse. 95 for 1, 110 for 6. Sher Malla getting a game. The pressure's back on the Bolts. They've not dropped a game so far. They're batting first for the first time in this competition. Another appeal. I wonder what's going on in the middle for the Bolts. They're just playing some very, very ordinary shots in the middle.
I mean, this is first delivery. That was the wicket. There's a good shot. There's a good shot. And another one goes. They're all over the place. The Lions are running rampant.
The Lions are roaring in the middle. It's the captain from the front taking charge. And he's been on target this morning. What a passage of play for the Lions. They've had a very ordinary start. They've lost their first 3. It's a must win. And they're putting up a show this morning at the Tribhuvan University International Stadium. Sher Malla walks in and walks out in 2 deliveries. It's 110 for 7. It's been a procession in the middle. Look at that for the fall of wickets. Janakpur Bowls have been a shadow of themselves to what they've displayed in the first 3 games. Hemant Dhami walks out. Certainly the spinners have made merry this morning. Abhishek Gautam 3 for 20. Paudel 2 for 12. Johra 1 for 13. Zafar 1 for 8.
I think Padel's done so well, though, because Zafar bowled just the 1 over, and then he brought himself on from the correct end, and then Abhishek from the other. He's manipulated his bowlers extremely well. 1-1-1 for 7.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
The Janakpur Bowls have lost the last 6 wickets for 15 runs in the middle. Been a massive collapse there for a side that's displayed a lot of conviction in their batting in the first 3 games. HT, you did mention during the break. Look at that for turn. They won all their 3 games, chasing 8 wickets, 7 wickets. For the first time, they're batting first now in this campaign.
Wow. Hit that. That's bowled at a decent clip. It just bites, it turns, but it's the bounce. You can't nick that.
And Arjun South behind the stumps has been impressive. Yes, initially he was a little off colour, but he's come back well for the spinners. Not an easy surface to keep wickets in.
Yeah, no real turn for either of these from Rohit Padel. That just goes straight on, clatters into the shin bone. That'll be a wide. Yeah, first time they're batting first, but also the first time for a number of them walking to the wicket because they've won so convincingly. It's just the top order that's batted, and the top order didn't do too badly. They were 2 for 95 and then 3 down for 99, and then the new men start walking to the wicket. Never played out here, don't know what the surface play is like, and the next minute 113 for 7.
Yeah, they've just not been able to find the ropes. 34 deliveries since the last boundary. We're talking of as many as 6 overs. The last 30 deliveries, only 17 runs and 5 wickets. Problems well compounded in the middle here for the Bolts. Something very new for them. They've been dominating proceedings. 17 gone. It's 113 for 7.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Globally trusted hair transplant expert. Foliderm.
Lions have been very, very tidy and disciplined. And they continue to do so. Bowdell into his 4th over. Brilliant figures, 2 for 13.
It was said at the toss that batting first in the morning has proved to be difficult. The moisture in the surface has just held. Fortunate that they'll take every single run because they're like gold at the moment. Some are turning, some aren't turning. Surely the Bolts just say, well, hang on, if we can get around the 140 mark somehow, we'll put tremendous pressure on the Lions because they have to win.
And after having them at 114 for 7, you really don't want to let them off the hook now if you're from Lumbini Lions. Yeah, moves in the crease. Has he got the distance on this one? Yes, he has. He had to manufacture a shot. That element of risk was there, but it reaps the reward as well. That's a very fine hit. That's a Siddharth Bank maximum from the bat of Kansakar.
They needed this. They were desperate for this. Gee, that's a clean strike.
They're just going with the turn. Made it all the more easier. They got to change lanes quickly. They'll steal a single. Yeah.
I think Padel needs a little bit more support from his outfielders there. That was hit straight to the man at backward point. And they got through for that single far too easily. You're on top now. Squeeze if you're inside that inner ring.
That's more like it. Captain setting the example. Don't give easy runs. 7 bowlers used, but it's the spinners who made an impact. All wickets going to spinners this morning. Yeah, just adjusted his shot at the very end. Nicely bowled. He's bowled well, captain. Well done. 2 for 22 in his 4.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Thapa ko asli energy. Red Bull, asli ne rozon.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
At 95 for 1, and then all of a sudden the ball started doing a bit, and it created some doubt in the batter's mind, and some wonderful spin bowling by Abhishek Gautam. 3 for 20 for him in his 4 as the spinners came and completely turned things around in favor of the Lions. Zafar as well, extracting a lot of turn and bounce on the surface, which has assisted the finger spinners.
I'm a little bit surprised here about the change of bowling. Simmons has got 2 left. Yeah, so he'll only bowl the 1. Now I just wonder whether Padel's going to bowl Zafar from the other side to bowl the final over, because the left arm spin against the right-handers, the ball has turned square.
Don't be surprised if the off-cutters have been dished out by Simmons here. He'll rely a lot on that in this 19th over. Slow off-cutters, change-ups. Yeah, just take the pace off the ball.
I think Padel's he's a little nervous about the short side of the ground. It's only around 57 meters away to the right-hander's leg side, and that might be the reason why he's hooked Zafar, in that the feeling is that it's just a miss hit towards that mid-wicket boundary. But if he does bowl the final over, well, it's a fairly long hit against the spin. I know Durgesh has got one, so he's got a couple of overs under his belt that he can bowl. I'm not sure Bibek will bowl. So the decision is whether it will be seam or spin to bowl that last over.
Yeah, just overcompensating there. And as a captain, it's so important to read and pick conditions and situations and use your best men for the available resources that you have, HD.
Yes, and it's brave to bowl spin. I understand that. Very brave. Very seldom do you see teams bowl a spinner for the last 2 overs of a T20 contest.
He's got plenty of willow on this one. It's the sound of leather hitting willow that convinces everybody that that's a home run. That's a very fine strike. Kansakar playing a cameo over here, and it's turning out to be a very good one at this stage of the game for the bowls.
If your eyes were closed when this ball was delivered, I promise you, you knew the result. That was like a gunshot.
That went a long way back. He picked the length, picked the pace, picked the slow one very early. Getting too predictable here is Simmons. Already 8 runs in the 2 deliveries. The game about momentum. It's a game about fractions. This one's wrapped on the pads, but that's outside the line, a little high as well maybe. But this was a quicker delivery.
And very difficult in the 19th over for a left armer to trap a right-hander LBW. Because there's no swing on offer, and more often than not it pitches outside the leg stump, and if it does pitch in line, more than likely missing off stump.
That's more like it. Keep it simple. But otherwise, it's been a good partnership. 20 of 20 at a time when wickets fell in a heap in the middle. Everything from here on will just add to the tally.
Need that on ball. Dot balls is not the thing you're after right now. Don't swing aimlessly. There are areas of the ground that can be targeted. That short side away to the leg.
Firmly struck. Get a single. He's looked good in the short stay of his Kansakar.
In a vital innings. Yes, run a ball, 21 of 21, but they would have got bowled out if he hadn't played this innings. Now they would be very disappointed if they didn't walk away with 140 plus. Now there's just 7 balls remaining, but surely 140 plus is on the cards.
And the surface is certainly asking some questions when the spinner is in operation. Yeah, gets an inside edge. 4 more. 13 runs of over number 19. It's been a good one. Some good shots, a bit of luck as well, but they all count. It's 135 for 7. We are into the final over.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen. Dear home, छुट्टै छ है।
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
25 runs as Zafar comes on to bowl the final over of this innings. And HD, as you rightly pointed out, it's about the angles that's playing on the mind of the captain at the moment that has prompted him to use him from the com box end and not the far end where he extracted more turn.
I said it's a brave decision to bowl a spinner. Adele here has done a great thing, I believe. He said to Zafar, I'm going to bowl you from the commentary box end because it's a longer hit for the right-handers to their leg side. But you just got to get the ball in the right area.
2 dots.
If he gets it too full, Kansakar will swing down the ground or toward the leg side. If anything, he wants to be slightly shorter, not too full.
Nicely bowled. Oh, they're coming back for the second, sent back. And they'll have to settle for 1. Good fielding.
I think the Bolts will be hoping that this turn remains for their innings. Think of Rashbanji, think of Mosan.
And I'll tell you what, they all in the dugout will be seeing this and really feeling very good about it, because this chase is going to get interesting now. You miss, I hit. This time with the arm playing across the line, Dhami departs. And the ploy of having Zafar in the final over has worked.
Lovely bit of bowling. But the captain needs to be commended. The bravery to bowl the left arm spin in the final over. It's a gutsy play, it's the right play, and it's working a treat here for the Lions.
Another good outing for Zafar with the ball. He's got 2. Dhami has to depart for 9. 8th wicket gone here for the Bolts. They're 136 on the board.
उम्र 19 साल का हाँ
Right into the final delivery. He's bowled well, Zafar. And this has been a good bowling effort by the Lions just after they won the toss. Yeah, this will be another wicket. It's going to be a run out. They've done exceedingly well, the Lions bowling first. And this first innings finishes for Janakpur Bolts, with the batters accumulating 136 runs for 9 wickets in their 20 overs. And what a final over it's been. Just the 1 run and 2 wickets coming off it. Captain Paudel has got everything right this morning, right from the toss.
A peculiar stroke for the final delivery of an innings. Just a little backward defence, back to the bowler. And that's the final wicket. But definitely an innings of 2 halves. The first 10 overs. Their spinners.
Yeah, it's in the